So the world has gone to shits, but it doesn't mean that you have to. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Mehdi. The channel's name is Mehdi Tate, kind of like meditate. And today we're going to be talking about just how everything is going south, but you don't really have to go with it. But before we do, make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Now, everything's going wrong. Everything around you is bad, and you just can't catch a break. And you have no control over where the wind is blowing, and you're just going with it. When it's that miserable, when it's that horrible, you have two options. You're either gonna go with it or you go against it. Now, if you go against it, it's gonna go against you, which means that you're gonna be two forces going at it. And you know that if you go against life, it's gonna be a long day for you. So maybe the world is going to shit. Maybe it's not for some people. There's a lot of people I'm seeing that are so grateful, and then there's a lot of people that I'm seeing that are just constantly complaining in a negative mood because their day went horribly. Now, of course, I'm not belittling what they're going through. I'm not belittling the situation that they're in life. What I do not like or what I do not respect is the fact that you are waking up in the morning, period. When you wake up in the morning, nothing else should matter. The fact that you are up and alive should say enough. It should give you that motivation to smile more, laugh more. And when I ask both the question of why are you affected by this so much, the people that are affected so much explain to me and defend why they are acting that way. They defend their actions. The ones that are not don't really give it any hour time in their mind. They just tell me that there's nothing I really can do about it at this point, and plus I'm alive, I'm well, I'm healthy. That's all that matters. Let's just keep going. So these two people are going through the same thing in life, but are reacting differently. So that comes down to how you deal with your situations in life. And if you are handed really bad cards in life, you are handed those cards, it's up to you to either reject, you either fold, or you either keep holding on and keep complaining about the bad cards. What I do is if I'm given cards, I'll place them down on a table, I'll observe, and then if I see a way out and I see a solution, I do something about it, because I am responsible for how I deal with everything that's handed to me in life. And let's say the world is going to shit. So we are handed that situation, but we are also handed life, we are also handed a mind, we are also handed two hands. Now you can either do something with that, or you can either sit there and keep complaining, keep holding on to the cards, while the guy next to you is observing and figuring a way out. Because once he is figuring a way out, if you're looking for a way out, you will eventually find a way out. If you're constantly complaining and holding on to the negative cards that you have, the bad cards that you're dealt, you will stay in that position. You will stay there for as long as you keep doing it. But once you see the guy next to you actually leave the table with some money in their pocket, you most likely do the same. You most likely be like, what I was doing has not worked, what he has worked, and eventually you will start looking for a way out too, and then go that route. Now the point of this video is to actually let you know that there is a way out, that you are responsible for that way out. As harsh and as unfair as that may sound, you are responsible for your way out. If it's not today, it's next month. If it's not next month, it's next year. The only thing that you need to do right now is find a way out. And in order to find a way out, you need to look it up. You need to research what is your situation. You need to diagnose the whole picture. And from that, you need to strategically get out. This will bring me back to the Get Your Shit Together guide. This guide that I have will most definitely give you a different perspective. It'll put your life's purpose into play, and it'll actually give you the questions that you probably didn't ask yourself in the past, or you didn't really understand to ask yourself at that time. You need to sit down and sculpt this new person, sculpt this person that's gonna get out of this situation, because the person in this situation is completely different from the person that's out of this situation. So in order to figure out who that person is, you'll need to create them. You'll need to formulate some form of blueprint that will get you out. And one more thing, be kind to yourself. Be kind to those around you. You're dealt these cards that can make you very, very bitter. It can slowly start as you complaining and then keep going, keep getting worse, and then you become just this bitter person that no one really wants to sit next to, because it's that bitter person who's constantly complaining and bringing down the morale. And at the end of the day, you always end up asking yourself, why am I alone? Why am I? Maybe it's because you complain too much. Maybe it's because it ticks some people off. Maybe it's because it doesn't align with some people's mental state. And also, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself and be kind to those around you. Because the one sitting next to you might probably have the same bad set of cards or even worse. And even if they do have better, be kind to them as well. There's no reason why you shouldn't. There's no reason why these cards change you, because if they change who you are, you'll be forever enslaved to them. You'll be forever changed because of what they've done to you. And that's really not what you want in life. I don't think anyone wants that in life. I know that if you are a kind person, if you're loving to those around you, and obviously you have your boundaries set, because you know that if you actually love too much or you are kind too much, people take advantage, people are enabled to do certain things to you that may harm you. So you need to set your boundaries in a healthy manner, not in an aggressive, violent manner. You'll be able to maneuver certain situations in life. And if someone comes in a violent way and you approach them back in kindness and actually don't get offended by what they say, like you're more so stoic about it and you just reply in a kind manner, watch how they'll react. Watch how they will change their tone. Watch how they'll be a bit shocked. So I've actually tried this out, which is why I live by it. I used to work in this corner store in Miami, and it was in one of the more dangerous areas in Miami. And I'd get 2 to 3 people a day come in and just either insult me or complain or have this negative aura around them. But I would never let it affect me. I'd always have this wall of like, just you won't go through, and I'll just smile in a polite and not degrading way, obviously, and talk back as kind as I can. And it was not so even about customer service at that point. It was about, I won't let you win, no matter how negative you are. This one woman came in one day and she had a really bad day. You could just tell. And she needed her daily nicotine hit. She wanted some cigarettes and I did not have them stocked yet. And I had to go back to actually look for the boxes and pick up the pack she wanted. And she's there like, what's taking so long? Why are you so slow? I could do it myself if you can't. It was very, very bad. And there were people in the line, a queue behind her, so they heard everything, and she was a bit rude and they were just rolling their eyes. No one said anything, obviously. But at the end of it, she got her cigarettes. And as she was leaving, she was insulting. And I was like to her, it gets better. And after a few minutes, she comes back. She comes back with a $20 bill and she said, thank you. I actually needed to hear that. And she gave me a $20 tip. And I was just in shock. I was just, why are you giving me this? She was like, I needed to hear that. I really had a tough day and it was not fair to you that I was this rude to you. And that was it. That was when I understood that sometimes people just need kindness. No matter how negative or pissed or aggressive they can be with their words, they need kindness. And it's tough for some people to actually listen to someone who is rude or just constantly at you and negative. That's very tough to take for some people, I understand. But train yourself to actually not get fazed by it and watch how life changes for you. And on that note, have an amazing day, have an amazing week, and I'll end the video right here.